Hello everyone, welcome to M27 Lab. In this series, we are going to learn React.js. So let's get started. If you just search like React.js, we will get this website like http://reactjs.org. This is the official website of React.js. So if you just go there, and this is the documentation. If you just, as you can see, documentation, tutorial, blog, and other things. So if you just click on documentation, okay. So this is the get started URL, and in this right side, as you can see, this is the installation guideline. Then we have some main concept, then advanced guide and other information. Okay, so yeah, for installation, so you need to have Node.js already installed on your computer. I think you have already, right?
I got it. Yeah.
And for like create the React app, so let's see what we have here. So these are some information. So it's okay. So as you can see, this is the inside installation, we have like create a new React app. So if you just go there, so you will get like everything what you need to do. Let me show you. So as you can see, create a React app. So here they are saying like npx create React app, then your app. So the command you will use to create your application. Okay. And it's telling like what are the node and npm version you required, like node 14 minimum or node npm 5.6. Okay. So we'll do this thing. No problem.
Yeah, I've done that. I've done that part before. I tried it before a while ago.
That's fine. Okay. So this is the actually main thing. So first of all, so we need to create a folder. So now I'm just creating another folder like React.js, and inside there, we have already created this folder. And if you want, you can actually do like the new way. I'm just telling you everything so that it will be recorded on the YouTube. Okay, so that you can refer it in the future. Okay.
Okay.
So let's say we give it a name like a project name called React test, let's say, or React practice. And inside this folder, we will create our project. So open it into Visual Studio Code, that folder. So this is our folder, and here from here we can create a terminal, and here we can actually write npx, then create, then React, then app. And sometimes actually it's giving an issue in the updated version, so it's better actually put the version name like 5. We are going to use the latest version of create React app. Okay. And then actually we can put a dot means actually this current folder. Okay, so we are not going to specify any project name, so this folder will be our project folder. Okay. And if you want, you can like put a my app or something like that, like my app. That time actually it will create a new folder called my app, and after that it will generate all the file you need for the React application. And if you just put dot, it will actually create all the folder or all the files you need to run a React project inside this current folder. Okay. So if you just hit enter, so yeah, we want to proceed, and let's see what it do. As you can see, it's creating the new project inside our this project package.json and other things. Okay. So if this is taking more time, then we are going to stop it. Okay, because I have also created a folder from here already, and we are going to use the project we have created earlier. So the same way we did here, so the same way we create it also here. Okay, let's open it into Visual Studio Code again. So this is our project. So after done that npx create React app, we will get this kind of folder structure. Like we have a node module folder, then we have public folder, we have source folder, we have Git Ignore file, then package minus log.json file, package.json file, and some readme file. So we are going to talk about everything. No problem about that. Let's start with this node module. So if you all, I think you already know, like whenever we actually install any npm packages, like here, so npm.js, so this one. So inside this website, actually we have like lots of packages. Like if you just search here like React, you can see this is the package for building a React application. Okay, so as you can see, this is the package. So if you want to install this package on your project, so what you usually do, we will usually do like npm, using npm, then we will write install, then we write React, React, right? So whenever we do like npx create React app, so create React app is automatically do this for us. Okay, and how you will verify that it's already installed the React or not? For that, and you can go to this package.json file. Okay, here actually whatever dependency you install, like this way, whatever package you install, everything will be available in this package.json file. Okay, so if I just go there, as you can see, this is a dependency list, right? And here we can see in the line number 9 we have React version 17. Okay, so it's already installed the React for us. Also it's installed some other things like React DOM. This React DOM is necessary because we are going to build an web application, and if you want to build a mobile application using React, that time actually we need React native instead of React DOM. Okay, so we are going to use web application, that's why we need React DOM.
So what is actually the difference between React Native and React DOM?
Okay,
I don't get it.
let me tell you. So React is the core library. Okay, so it has something, and this is not like for web, or it's not depend on web, or it's not depend on mobile or any other thing. Okay, so this is the core thing, and if you want to use this React into in the website or in the browser, okay, that time actually we need this library React DOM. Okay, and if you want to use the same React library into a mobile application, that time actually we need React Native. Okay.
Right, I see.
Yeah.
Right,
so this is the main, and these are the like the some other helper package which will help you to build the web application. Okay.
Right.
And this is another package called React Script, and actually this will give you some script. Okay, so you know that we can create a script here. Okay, like npm start we did previously in other section. Let's say we build another script like my script colon, which will do something like note index.js. Let's say index.js. Let's say we have index.js file over here, and we want to run this using node. Okay, and we are creating a script over here, right? So this is a simple script, and this React script package will give you like lots of script already built in. Okay, which we can use to build our project or to deploy our project in the production server. Okay, so this is for that. So this is the core React library, and this React DOM is the library which we will use to build our web application, and this React script which we are going to use to build our application or to build or deploy our application in the production. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Fine. And this web vitals and this testing library, we actually don't need it, so we can remove it or just keep it as it is. Okay. So this is the main 3 library we need. Fine.
Okay.
And whenever we install this thing, all this thing is stored inside this node module. Okay, so this is the folder where all the packages you install from this npm.js website are stored inside this node module folder. If you just search over here like for the React, if you just scroll down, let me show you. PQR, there are lots of files. Yeah, as you can see, this is the folder, right? So React. Okay, and there's the thing. Okay, so yeah, so this is the package.json, and here there are some other thing like this is the name of the application, then version. These are the scripts, and these are some other ESLint thing. We don't need this thing. We can if you want, we can actually clean things up, like we can remove these other things. Okay, so these are the things, and maybe we need this actually browser list. So it's better actually initially just keep it as it is. In future, if we need, we can clean these things. Okay, so let's close it for now, and remove this one also. And yeah, so after that, so this is a readme file. So these are some documentation related to this generated project. So we can just delete everything, and we will write our own readme documentation over here. Okay, so we can say like our React app, and we can actually make a list over here like this way. So whatever we are going to learn today, we are going to write over here, and whatever we are going to learn tomorrow, we are going to write over here. So we will create like a, instead of text file, we are just going to like a md file. Okay, md means markdown. Okay, this is a kind of file where actually this, let me show you how it looks. Let's say we write here introduction to React, and we write again like learn. Okay, I have already listed the things what we are going to learn, so we can just copy this and paste it over here. And as you can see, we have first one, let's say from here, first one, then two again, something like that. Okay, so what I was telling, like, so what's the actual benefit of Markdown? Okay, so let's say we'll make a list here over here, right? So let's say we want to add a new one in between this 7 and 8. Okay, so we need to write here, let's say 8 here, then we'll write new item, let's say. Okay, so after that we need to like make it like 9, then make it like 10. This is like a tedious thing, right? So we need to change everything after that, right? So actually in the markdown we don't need to actually do like this way. So let's say we remove it for now. We just need to like do like everything one. Let's say this dot. Okay, so after that dot, let's select everything using Control D. Okay, so all the dot.
I Control D, sure. Yeah.
Select. Okay, let's like this way. Just select everything. Okay, after that you just come over here and remove everything and put only one here. Okay, so we are just putting one in everywhere in each line. Okay,
yeah.
And now if you just like preview, as you can see, maybe you need a extension for that. You can search like Markdown, or you can just if you just create a Markdown file and right click, and if you see that Markdown preview, so if you find this option, then it's fine. And if you don't find it, let me see in my actually extension list. Do I have any plugin for this Markdown? Let me see. Yeah, so this is the plugin, Markdown Preview Enhanced. Okay, so you'll just install this thing. Okay, so what I was telling, like after listing the things, so if you just right click and click on this thing here, as you can see, this text is becoming like an web page. Okay, so as you can see, 1, then 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And this is become a header. And Markdown actually a alternative of HTML. Okay, it's also a similar like HTML, but instead of HTML we write this way. This hash means actually H1 in the HTML. Okay, and if you just put double hash, this is H2. Okay. Okay, this is, so Markdown is actually very good language actually to make the documentation. As you can see in the React.js, this type of documentation actually mostly build using Markdown language. Okay.
Oh, nice.
So no problem. We are going to if we have actually when we learn about the React, and we are going to build an blog application using Markdown. Okay, so I'm going to show you that thing in this session later. Okay, so we can close it now for Markdown now. So let's close it also. So this was our readme.md file. So, and also another thing is, so whenever we push this thing in GitHub, okay, so let's say we push our project in our GitHub. So let's say github.com, and let's open any project. Let's say this one. And as you can see, this is a readme file, and we have some text over here. Okay, so whatever you put inside this, okay, so it will be visible inside your this GitHub repository. So this is why the readme is for. Okay, after that we got the package.json, and there is a file called package.log.json. Okay, so what it is. So as you can see, we have some packages or some library over here we have installed. Okay, and we have like 17.0.2 version for the React DOM, and this is another version. Okay, so let's say you delete this node module folder. Okay, let's say we delete the node module folders. Just assume that we delete the node module folder. Okay. Or whenever you actually push this project into GitHub, we don't actually push that node module. As you can see, this is a project, and we don't have any node modules over here.
Why not?
Because actually node module have a lot of things, right?
Slows it down.
Yeah, this is not a good practice to actually push node module into GitHub or any other like anywhere. Okay, so let's say I want to give this code to you. I will not going to give you the node module folder. I will only give you this other folder. Okay, and files.
Okay.
And now the question is how you will get this node module folder, because without the node module folder you will not be able to run the project, right?
Right, yeah.
So to get this node module folder, what we do, as you can see inside the package.json, we know to run this project we need this dependency, right? So if you just install all these dependency, then it will automatically generate this node module, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so now if you just do like this way, npm I, then react, and then space, then react DOM, like we can install all these things, right? One by one.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Then actually you will get the node modules. Okay. And this is actually a bit hard because you have like lots of dependency here, and you need to type everything. Yeah, that's actually a bit. Okay, let me.
And where will it go?
Yeah. So sorry, would you repeat?
Where will it go when you install them?
Yeah. So it will be here in the node modules. Okay, so let's say we delete this folder, and it will create a new folder automatically over here called node modules, and inside that this everything like currently we have everything will be there. Okay.
Okay.
So now So this is a very hard thing, like installing each and every dependency one by one. So there is an alternative option. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Okay, so you don't need to like type everything like React and then React DOM this way. Okay, what you need to do, so you just need to type npm. So let's say you get this project and without this node module. Okay, so then what you will do, that's what I'm showing you now. Okay,
yeah,
okay, so npm, then you need to type install. Okay, and after that you don't need to mention anything. It will read this package.json file for you automatically, and it will install all of this from here. Okay, you understand?
How did it know
Yeah.
to find that bit?
This is why this package.json file. So this npm will automatically go to this package.json file, and it will see that this is the dependency list, right? So it will take one by one and it will install everything. Let me just give you an example. It will be easier for you. Let's say we create another folder over here. Let's just create a test folder, test npm. Let's say, let's remove the comma, and here let's open in Visual Studio Code. Okay, so let's say we have an app.js file, the simple JS file, and it's actually logging something. Let's say, what you can do, my app. And let's say we want to use any dependency from our package.json. Okay, so which package we can use? We can use like moment. This is a package for the time management. Okay, time format and other things. Let's say we want to use this package in our project. Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, so to install the package we need to write npm I then moment. Right. And whenever we build a what I can say, whenever we build a Node.js project, we need to always write npm init -y, right? This is the best practices. And what it will do, it will actually generate a package.json file for you. Okay, so let's do it. And as you can see, we got an package.json, right? And we don't have any dependency over here currently, as you can see, right? So to run this app.js, we don't need any dependency as if for now, but we are going to use this moment.js library. To install the library, what we can do, so you can type npm I then moment. Okay, then install. It will take some time to install it. And as you can see, whenever we do this thing, this node module folder is created. You can see,
right?
And also it is creating this package.log.json file. Okay. Don't worry about this package.log.json file. It's not important for now. Just understand this package.json and that node modules folder. Okay.
All right.
Okay, fine. And now let's use it inside this folder. Let's say we import the node modules first. So what you can do, we can write const moment equal require then moment. And as you can see, we are using require here. Okay, instead of import and export. Okay,
right.
Whenever we build a Node.js application, we do this, and in after Node version 16, actually we can use the import and export option. Okay, we can write not actually version 16 if you have Node install. Like let me check mine. As you can see, can you see it?
Yeah.
Version 16. So as you can see, I have version 16, but if you have like version 14 or higher, then actually you can use import export this syntax. Okay, this is called ES module, and that was like common JS module. Okay, these are called modules. So if you use import export, this is called ES6 module, because actually it's introduced inside ES6. Okay, and if you use require, this is called actually common JS. Okay, so
it's older, the older
yeah, this is older one. This is the older one. Okay, so previously if you want to build an Node.js application, you always need to use require. There was no option for import export, but now after version 14 we have this import export. So let's use that. So you will use import then moment from moment. Okay, fine. After if you want to use this moment, so let's say we want to use inside our console log, we'll use moment comma. Don't need to understand the moment now. I'm just using it. Okay.
Sure.
So dot to string, let's say. So I'm just calling a function here from this moment library so that we can use it. Now if you want to run this thing, so npm, and we can just go to package.json and create our script over here if you want. Let's say start. and we can run our app.js file using node app.js. Fine. Okay. We are creating our script, and now we can run this script here. Npm run start. Okay. So hit enter.
Right.
We should get some error. So as you can see, cannot use input. So it's telling that you cannot use input inside our node.js. Okay. So there is something we need to do. Then actually we can use this input. Okay. After version 14, so you cannot use this import export yes module 6 by default. Okay. So you need to do something a little bit thing. Okay. So let me show you what you need to do. As you can see, it's telling warning to load ES module. So this type of module. Okay. So set type equal module in the package.json file. So what you need to do, you need to go to package.json and anywhere, wherever you like. So let's say over here, you need to create another key and value. Okay. So this is the key and this is the value, and the key should be type and the value should be module. Okay. Fine. So if you want to use this type of import export, then you need to add this line in the package.json file. Fine.
Okay.
Okay. Now if you just try to run again, npm run start, now our file should work. Let me check. So as you can see, it's telling my app, then some arrow, then Wednesday, February 9, something date. Okay. From this library. Fine.
Okay. Yeah.
So now what I was telling, like this is our basic thing, like how we can install in package and then we can use it and other things. Okay. And now let's say, yeah, I just want to give this project to you. Okay.
Yeah.
So what are the file I'm going to give you? Like I'm going to give you this app.js file. I'm going to give you this package.json file and this package.log.json file, but I'm not going to give you this node module file. Okay. And now the question is how you are going to get this thing. Let's say I'm going to give you, but I'm going to delete this node module. Okay. Now we don't have any node module folder. Now if you just take the project and if you want to run the project again, and you will see that this movement is not found, something like that, right? Because the movement package is not available inside our node module folder, right? Okay. So now the question is how we will get that node module folder, the as it is folder. Okay. For that, we are going to write npm install or npm I in shortcut. Okay.
Okay.
You can write both of them. Let's say npm install, and if you just hit enter, it will, this npm will go to this package.json file, and actually it will see here this dependency block. Okay. As you can see, dependency here we have only line number 14, one dependency movement.js. Okay. So this command will go to this package.json file and it will install whatever you need to run this project. Okay. So let me show you.
Right.
If you hit enter, and it will do the things, and as you can see, it's created the node module folder, and inside that we have this movement.js. Fine.
Yeah.
You don't understand now?
Nice.
And now if you just
sure.
yeah, if you just try to run the project, it's running again fine. Okay.
Nice. Okay.
So this is the node module thing. So you can always delete it, but you never delete this package.json and package.log.json. We're going to talk about this log.json file later. Okay. So no need to worry about this, but this is the main file for now, this package.json. Okay. So now we can close it and get back to our React project. Okay. So if we just delete this node module folder, then actually we can run npm install and to get our the full project, full node module. Okay.
All right.
Fine. After that, we have this git ignore. So git ignore, you already know that if you want to ignore some file and folder to push into GitHub, so you will mention this thing here. As you can see, we have mentioned node modules. It's automatically mentioned over here because we don't want to push this node module folder into our GitHub. Okay. There's the git ignore file, and we have all the code we are going to write inside this source folder. We are going to talk about that thing later. And this is a public folder. So there are some whatever public resources like your logo or any images and CSS files. Okay. So everything you write inside this public folder. Okay. And for now, we don't need any of them except this index.html file. So we can delete everything like this one, this logo, and this logo, this manifest.json, this robot. Okay. So we need only this index.html file. And why we needed this index.html file? Let me explain to you that. So let's say this is our, and this React documentation also a React project. Okay. So this react.org, this is also a React built using React. Okay.
Okay.
So how you will understand this is building using React. So if you just click on here, so as you can see, it's not loading over here, right? As you can see, you can see over here, it's not loading. But if you just go to into like let's say this is just an website. If you just click on these pages, you can see it's loading, right? This because this is not a React application, but if you just go and click on over here, it's not loading because this is a React application. Okay, and why and this is loading and this is not loading? Because React is called single page application. Okay, it has only one page, and these all the component and other things, these are some component inside that single page. And actually it's okay. Let me just draw you and something show you, it will be easier for you to understand.
Yeah, no, I think I understand. Yeah, it's all, you don't have to refresh, you don't have to
Yeah,
open up a new page.
that's fine. Okay, so oh no, I was not telling that thing. Let me tell you over here. So there is something called single page application and there is something called multi-page application. Okay, so let's say, so this is our application. Let's say this is a spa. It's in short, it's called spa. Okay, single page application. Fine.
Right. Okay.
And whatever we have, like for building spa, we have various library like React. We have, then we have Angular, then we have Vue.js. These are all used for building the single page application. Okay. Okay. And what are the multi-page application? So let me tell you. So let's say this is a MPA or multi-page application. So multi-page application is nothing like, but it's a, let me show you over here. Let's say we have a folder called my, or let's say called MPA or multi-page application. And here we'll have a multiple index. Let's say we have index.html. And then we have, let's say, about.html. Okay, so now how many files we have here? 2 files, right? So this type of, like, if you have multiple HTML file and other page, okay, so this is a separate page, this is another separate page. Okay, so this type of application is called a multi-page application. And if you have only like one file, like index.html, only one single HTML file, and you can do some kind of thing by using that. By using that, you can actually show different page at in different time. It will be a single page application, but it can be able to show multiple page. Okay, but internally it is just a single page application. So for that we need this one single page. Okay, and if you just go to this index.html file, you can see whatever we have here. So this is a basic doctype.html. Then this HTML tag, inside HTML tag we have like head tag. Inside the head we have some meta tag, and we have some favicon, and we don't need this thing. These are the comments and manifest files, so let's remove them. And for now we can actually, yeah, this is the title. So whatever we see inside our this over here. Okay, so this is different project, we haven't run our project, so whenever we run it will be visible over here, be after the favicon. Okay, so this is the title. And after that, inside the body we have, like, this is a like in script, no script. And if you don't enable the browser JavaScript, it will just give you some error like this way, like you need to enable JavaScript to run this application, because everything you will everything will use JavaScript to run the application. Okay, so the browser should enable JavaScript. Okay, so most of the browser already enable the JavaScript in modern day. Okay, this is what for it. Okay, so after that we got an div with an ID of root. Okay, you can put any ID here, no problem, but inside that, do you have anything? It's an empty, right? It's empty. And after that we got some comment, nothing else. And this is our the full index.html file. So the whatever we have here main is, we can also remove this thing for now. So the main content inside this index.html file is this div, nothing else, right?
Yeah, got it.
And inside this div, so whatever application or whatever we will build inside this source project. Okay, so we will do something by that. We can actually inject those things over here. Okay,
yeah,
so whatever we will write inside this source folder using JavaScript, we are going to put it inside this div. Did you understand? This is why actually we need this index.js, index.html file. Okay, let's say we want to put here, or we want to inject here home page, then we are going to inject home page. And when we want to show the about page, we are going to inject here about page, not the home page. Okay, this is how we are going to use this in one single HTML file and show multiple pages. Okay,
right.
Okay, this is the index.html file. And inside this inside this source folder, so we are going to delete everything. Let's copy this for now, I may forget thing. So we can just delete the full source folder. Okay, so we don't have any source
Right.
folder. Now we are going to
Right.
recreate the source folder here. Okay, fine.
Okay.
So now
Yeah.
we have this index.html file, and this is the source folder where we are going to write all of our code. Okay, so and first we need a file called index.js file. Okay, this is a JavaScript file, and here
Yep.
we are going to connect this index.html file. Okay,
Right.
and actually we are going to run this index.js file. Okay, so we are not going to manually run this, but actually we are going to run this file. This is the entry point of our application. Okay, this is the main actually entry point where actually we are going to write our all code. Okay, so
Right.
this is what we have copied previously, so we can remove some of the things. Okay, so now in this file you can see, so we are importing React. Okay, so import React from React, and what you are telling, like, we don't need to import React here. Okay, so after a certain version, the import React from React is actually okay, we need the React over here. Okay, because as you can see, we are not using the React over here. Okay, so we are using actually React.strict mode. The strict mode is coming from the React. Okay, so we are not directly using the React. Okay, so what we can do, instead of importing the React from React, we can import strict mode. Okay, and then we can actually delete this React part. Now as you can see, we are not actually importing the React from here, right? Because maybe after version React 14, 16 or something, it's not mandatory actually to import the React. Okay, so that's the thing. Okay,
what is strict mode though?
Yeah, this is nothing. You don't need to understand for now. Actually, strict mode means actually, let's say we have some warning and other things. Okay, so if you just remove the strict mode, this will not going to show those kind of warning or best practices you need to maintain while you are building the project. Okay,
Right.
okay, so and if you just put the strict mode, it will actually give you some warning, and based on the warning you can actually fix those things. Okay,
Right.
and for now actually we can also remove the strict mode also for our simplicity. So now we have this React DOM because we are going to use React inside our browser. Okay, that's why we need React DOM. Okay, and using the React DOM, we are calling a function called render. Okay, so this is going to render our whatever we write, that will be in the browser. Okay, like this. Okay, before we get into that, let's try to run the project. Then actually it will be easier for you to understand. Let's say no need to worry about it for now. My app. Let's run the project, and to run the project, we know that we can go to this package.json file, and here we have this start script. Okay, so it will indirectly actually run this index.js file, and you don't need to manually call this index.js file because it's handled by this React script. Okay, so as you can see, we have installed this React script, and this React script we can use this thing for starting the application, to build the application for the production, also to test and eject the thing. So we are not going to do this thing, test and eject. Okay, so we are going to actually use this start and build. So for now we are going to want to start the project. So we will write npm run start, or we can type npm start. Okay, so if you just do this, so it will open in the browser.
Right, sure.
Yeah, so let me close this browser and open over here. Leave this space, and we can go localhost and 3000. No slash. Okay, it's still starting the development server. Not, yeah, it started. Now as you can see, so the project is started. Okay, so no need to see anything else. I'm going to show you. So close this thing, and here. Okay, so now what we are doing, so we are using React DOM, okay, to render something inside our browser. Okay, so now if you just see this, okay, this is a function, simple function, this render, and let's close, cut everything, and now see now. So React DOM.render, this is a simple function. Okay, and it will actually take 2 parameter here, this function. Okay, so we are going to create 2 parameter over here. So let's say first param, and we are going to create the second param. Okay, so first we are going to talk about the second parameter, then we will talk about the first parameter. For this, in the second parameter, actually we are going to connect this index.js file into this
Yeah, you're linking it,
index.js
right? Sure.
index
It's gonna go
HTML
into
file.
the
Okay.
div.
So for that,
Yeah.
what we can do, you can write like document the basic JavaScript. Okay. Dot get element by ID, and what
Yep.
we know that whatever the ID we have inside here, what ID we have, the root. Okay.
Mhm.
So we want to access the div, this div. Okay, because we want to render
Yep.
everything inside this div. That's why we need this div. Okay.
Right.
And let's say we have like let's say app. Okay, so now what we will do, we can call this div using this ID, app ID. Okay.
Mhm.
So keep
Yep.
it root, and here we can type root, and this is our second parameter. We can put it inside a variable. Let's put it in late, and we can say that root. Okay, and this
Okay.
will be our second parameter. So we can put a comma and put it over here. Okay,
All right.
and the first parameter would be something which something, this is called JSX or JavaScript XML, but just assume that JSX is something like HTML. Okay, so let's say we want to put an H1 over here. Let's say, okay, this is from React. Okay, so let's say we want to put this ACX inside this root. Okay, so but we are not going to do it inside this index.html. We are going to do it inside the index.js file. Okay, so just cut it from here, and we are going to put it as a fast parameter. So const, let's say fast equal this, and this will not going to work because actually this is not valid thing.
Number one.
Okay, so yeah, so to use this thing, so it's better we are going to directly put the fast parameter over here. Okay, for now we are using this h1 or something HTML, whatever we want to put inside this div, and the second parameter we want to actually point to the
Say where it goes.
this div,
Yeah.
where we want to actually put this information. Okay, now if
So
you
do you
just
have to do that for each element that you want to put in there though? Like if I wanted to do it in H2 next, can't I just wrap them all in a div?
yeah,
and
whatever HTML we have, we can put for everything over here.
just put
Okay,
it in there, right?
so
Okay,
yeah,
nice.
so we can
All
put
right.
anything we like. Okay, just keep
Cool,
it as a
cool.
root div, then just this thing, because it's actually
Mhm.
accept only one element. So we are going to
Right.
create a parent element, then we are going to put rest of the things inside the, as a child parent element. Okay,
Okay.
now if you just reload, as you can see, so we have this all the
Nice.
HTML things over here. Okay,
Nice.
fine. And actually, if you want to build the whole application, then actually you need to put this whole application over here. But this is not a good thing. That's why actually we create multiple file over here and just refer over here. Okay, so
Right.
that's the thing we're going to do next. So we're going to create another file called app.jsx. This time we are not going to call it JS. We're calling it JSX. Okay, so you can
What's
call it
JSX?
JS. Yeah, it's JSX. JSX.
But what is that? That's a different
Yeah,
language?
no, it's not different language. Let me tell you. So JavaScript XML. Okay, this is the full form of this JSX.
Oh,
But
XML, right.
but if you just rename it to JS, it will still work. Okay, the same thing.
All right.
But
All right,
why we
okay.
give this JSX? Because we know JSX actually used for UI stuff. Okay, so we know that inside this app.js we are going to building some UI or some HTML component what will be visible inside our browser. Okay, that's why we put JSX, so that we understand this is a UI file and this is something different. This is not where we are building any UI or other things. Okay, that's why actually we rename it to JSX. Okay,
all right.
another thing is that let's say we want to build a variable app equal, and we want to put whatever we have this thing over here. Okay, main thing is that whenever we want to build an UI, that time we are going to give you JSX, and whenever we are going to write any business logic. Okay, so let's say we are calling the API and other stuff. Okay, so that time actually we are going to give this JS only. Okay, fine.
Right.
So yeah, fine. So now we got this app, and now we want to call this app over here, right? So we need to export this app, and we need to import it inside our index.js file. So to export the app, we know we need to do like export default, the ES module, okay, ES6 module, then app. Now we want to import this thing over here. So import app from dot app. Okay, so now if you just see, the app is still running. Okay, but we are not writing this JSX or HTML thing inside our index.js file in a separate file. Okay,
Why dot app? What's the dot and the slash about?
oh, okay.
What slash app?
Yeah, let me tell you.
You didn't do
So
that with
Yeah,
the other
this,
one.
this we didn't do it over here, but we need to do it over here. Let me tell you why. And this is the React DOM. Okay. So whenever we have nothing over here, like any dot or any something slash anything, okay. So what it will do, JavaScript will actually look this thing, this React DOM thing inside our node module. Okay. It will automatically search for this thing inside our node module, and we have already this, it's installed inside our node module, so it will find the things. Okay. But if you just tell over here, like, but here what we are importing this file, right?
Yeah.
Not from the any file from node module, right? We are importing something from source folder. Okay.
Right.
That's why actually we need to define the path over here, that where our this app is available. Okay.
Right. Otherwise it'll look in the node. Right.
Yeah,
Got
otherwise
it.
it will good for the node modules. So to get this file, what we'll do, so currently we are in this index.js file, right?
Yeah.
So that's why we put a dot. Dot means the current folder, the current file, whatever we have, the current directory. Okay. And after that, from here we are going to go down or go up or whatever we like. Okay. So let's say we want to get this Git Ignore file, then what we need to do? So this dot means current directory, and double dot means outside of the directory. Okay. So outside the source, and then we can give a slash and then dot Git Ignore or something like that. Okay. We can give that thing.
Right.
But let's say we are inside this source folder, wherever this index.js file, the same level, app.jsx and this index.js same level. So that time we put dot, then we can give slash, and we can see it's already suggesting us this app.jsx.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from here now we are getting the app and we are mounting over here. Okay. Fine.
All right. Nice. Yeah.
Cool. Now it's doing here. If you are new to my channel, feel free to subscribe and press the bell icon to get notified for new videos. It will help me to grow. Also, it will encourage me to create more videos like this. So see you in the next video.